Martin, thank you so much for being on the show. Finally
pleasure.
get to introduce ya again, officially for real this time. English teacher and award-winning wood carver. You specialize in caricature figures showcased at various art galleries. Published in Wood Carving Illustrated and featured at Solder Village Show and more.
Yes.
Wow. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So you just do what you love and you go around and show people and we can buy your artwork?
Yeah, I mean, I can do custom things, but I can't actually make them look like somebody. But, if somebody said they wanted a golfer, I can,
Yeah, it's like it's like your style of people's. Look at him. I love him. Look at the big eyebrows. That is so cute. Yeah, we were talking before the show that golfing, my papa would have loved the golfer one. He was such a big golfer. So how did you start? How long have you been doing this? I mean, this is so hard.
Yeah, so I started just a little under 3 years ago. It would have been in July 2001.
Wow, and you're coming up with this stuff? This is incredible work.
Well, it's a little bit of an obsession.
Yeah.
So I do a little bit every day. And of course, since I teach, I have the summers off. And so I've been able to go travel a little bit and take classes from other carvers. And so that's really helped a lot.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just kind of became a passion and, just keep doing it.
Right.
And just challenge myself. So for example, one of the things you'll notice, like with this one, is very straight up. This is one of the ones I did. Yeah, very good posture. A little too straight. But but one of the challenges is trying to begin to work some movement into the caricatures. So they're not just kind of like the stand straight. So this was kind of a challenge for me in the sense that I was taking a block. Actually, normally I would carve the wider side, but I chose to do the front side.
Right.
So that way I could get a little bit more, get them bending and things like that.
Right, and it's showing some serious action right there. I mean, the fact that you can take this block of wood and turn it into that, I'm blown away. Just chiseling away. And you were teaching me the different methods. It's really interesting. Maybe for someone at home. So what is this called again, this knife? And it's like a special knife?
Well, it's just a regular carving knife, but it's made by Helvey. That's the brand.
Oh, and I was doing it backwards, so it's this away.
Yeah, you want the flat edge.
Typical.
Typical.
Yeah. But the Helvey knives are made actually in Tipton, Indiana.
Oh, cool. I love it. They're smooth and got the design on the wood and stuff.
Yeah.
So you have the strokes. So you says you can do you don't want to do it like a cheese grater we were talking, right?
Yep.
But
you want to make sure you have control of the knife. And so, there's, kind of like I've got right here, I've got, I can move these out of the way maybe. But I have a stop cut, and it's just, you just kind of make a cut here, right? You just kind of straight into the wood, and then you carve up to that. That's a relief cut.
Oh,
and
wow. It gets
kind
it
of creates
going.
that.
And it's like it's a nice little, it's not like.
Kind of creates a little bit of an angle there.
Okay.
Then there's like a sweep cut. It's a little bit more, it's not as straight, a little bit more movement. But what I'm doing here, right, is I've got my ear box carved right here. And so I'm just kind of creating a spot. So if you look at this as a face, here, there's the shoulders, and now I'm starting to kind of get the lower part of that ear there.
Coming together. Wow.
Yeah.
I love it so much. How are the splinters? They're manageable.
Yeah. No,
you get used to them. Build some calluses, like you said, right?
Absolutely.
I love it. I mean, were you always like an artist? Did you like to draw a lot? Because to be able to do this, you have to have a God-given talent or something to draw. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, when I was young, I did a lot of drawing. I enjoyed the art class that I took when I was a kid, but I kind of put that aside, just got busy with other things. But I grew up near the coast in North Carolina.
Oh, beautiful there.
Yeah, so, and I remember going to the beach, and at the shops there, they would have like the little wooden fishermen.
Yes.
And I was just enthralled by that. And so actually the way I got started with this was I was talking with one of my colleagues about retirement. I've got a little bit longer to go for retirement, but another 8 or 10 years. And I was like, what am I going to do when I retire? and I don't want to just sit around and watch TV. So,
Right.
I bought some really cheap knives off of Amazon and watched some YouTube videos, and
rest is history.
Got addicted.
Well, it was like the mustard seed when you were in those shops as a teenager, as a boy. It was like,
yeah.
Ooh, I could do that. And look at you. Look at you. You are slaying. That is so cool. I can't believe you started getting me out, you started me off with the face, but I was like, no way. I don't even know how you can see that far into the future to like do that. And the side, the little lines help and stuff, right? Find the symmetry of the face. That is a lot of work.
Yep.
I'm just doing little notches and making me a little totem pole.
Well, that's a good place to start, kind of working on some of those basic cuts, and then then you,
because it's hard. I mean, you got to be strong. You got to have some muscles to do this, right?
It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but you do build up your strength in your hands. So.
I was just admiring your work over here. It's incredible.
Well, thank you.
The way that the tree goes into the face and the window and the faces and just, I love that. It's like just the tree, so realistic into the, just, I love it. That's crazy. I mean, to carve that, just the eyebrows and all the detail and stuff. Do you have any faves, or do you I love them all? Look at this guy laying on his wood. Yeah. He's so cute. The gray guy, I love him. But the golfer, and then Mr. President, or whoever he is, he's so
Uncle
cute.
Sam, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of time so this guy's my favorite now just because he's the one I finished most recently.
Yeah, and that is so cool. And like you said, with him moving and stuff, that was like just a different challenge to approach that with, how do I turn this block of wood into this moving figure?
Yeah.
Man, that takes some vision, I tell you what.
All right, the time goes by so fast. No! We are going to hang out longer on the live stream here on this Thursday night, but for you Saturday viewers, ABC WRTV, we do need to wrap up. We are going to take a peek at our giveaway too after the soft cut.
Yes.
And see if we got any. See if we hit 100. I know we had a little surge there right before the show. So, Renee, take us out.
Thank you so much, Todd Martin. You've
Absolutely.
been wonderful. You're so talented. Make sure y'all follow him on his Instagram, WToddMartin, and reach out, follow. The work is so incredible. We really appreciate you coming on and showing me how to make a little totem pole.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
You rock. Thank you. Y'all, and next week we have a great episode as well. Check it out. I chat with Sarah Baldwin with Lux and Ivy about their curated vintage and sustainable goods, which we love sustainability and helping our environment, and also vintage clothes. Yes. Then John Bousman travels back in time at Rocket Biz on Monument Circle. All the sodas, all the candy, nostalgia, babies. And then we have special in-studio guest, MEL, just a talented Indiana-based artist specializing in colorful and creative portraiture using oil and acrylic paint. We can't wait. MELU, we cannot wait to see you. And thank you so much, Todd Martin.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Professor Martin.
Yes. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, ABC WRTV. Hang out on the live stream.
Bye.
All right. There's our soft cut. There we go. Piece of cake. Now we can
do it.
Now we can relax. Not that we weren't relaxed, but here we go. Yeah, we got, let me take a peek at the giveaway real quick here.
So how long does it take you to finish a piece? Does it take forever and ever and ever?
It does not. But for the bust, I could probably do one of those in 2 or 3 hours if I'm really focused on it. The larger figures, probably more like 8 or 10.
Oh my gosh, that's
sometimes
a long time.
longer if I'm experimenting with some things. So. But yeah, it's after a while you kind of get used to kind of what has to be done, and that's kind of what you focus on. You're kind of like here I've got the nose and the kind of the profile done.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming together.
So
I love it.
But there's something about the just kind of feeling the knife in the wood.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
It is. It really is.
How the kids say the satisfying videos or whatever they do? This is satisfying, that is satisfying, but the wood cutting is satisfying.
Yeah, it really is.
If you get it right, it glides.
Yeah. Yep. And you get that nice smooth texture underneath, and it's it does kind of, it's therapeutic. I'm doing a I'm working on a book on caricature carving.
Oh, cool.
Working with an organization called the Caricature Carvers of America. And they're 25 among the best caricature carvers in the nation.
Dang.
And but I was talking to one of them just this past weekend for an interview, and he was actually had done work in psychiatry, and he talked about how wood carving can really be a therapy.
Yeah.
Thank you,
absolutely.
Tari Basso, for liking the stream. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Absolutely. It's definitely therapeutic. I mean, to hone down on your skills and become good like this, I mean, I can imagine it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
But then it's like a whole new level when you have to paint it. I mean, this is the whole package. I could not do this. I cannot do any of this. I mean, it's really...
You're artistic, Renee. I bet you could if you did it for a little bit.
Doing this,
like a whole 2 years, like
right, or 3, yeah. Doing
Professor
this
Todd has.
wood carving, even now, it's very like fun. Like I could pick this up and do this,
Yeah, no, and there's a lot of great videos on YouTube. That's where I started, and you kind of get some of the basics and kind of realize you can do it. I almost brought the very first piece that I carved, which is awful.
I bet it's good.
Well, no, it's really not. But it did what I wanted it to do.
Yep.
I followed a video and I was like, okay, well, it doesn't look like the one on the video, but it's kind of close.
What was it? Was it like a face or was it something else?
It was kind of like a simple wizard face. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
That's
just
hard.
a nose and kind of a beard. But it's yeah, and I just kind of fell in love with the texture of the wood.
Yeah.
And
is there a certain kind of wood that you prefer, or is it any wood good?
Yeah, so for carving caricatures, usually you want it's called basswood. Some places it's called lindenwood.
I actually commented when he first got here. I kind of picked up one of those, and it was so light. And the only experience I had with light wood was back when I was a little kid with balsa wood, making airplanes, like model airplanes.
Absolutely.
And but he said it wasn't that.
No.
Shut down.
Yeah. The basswood is the softest of the hardwoods. So it's technically a hardwood, but it's it's softer than like an oak or a cherry, and of course there are even harder woods than that. But I mean, some people do carve those, but you'd have to use either power tools or like mallet tools. Where you have like the big gouges and you have to kind of hammer it, kind of like you would stone.
Super dense, probably.
Yeah. So, and when I started this, I just wanted something I could just kind of hold in my hand, sit, upstairs with my family.
Yeah.
So I could be social,
and
but just have something. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
It's great. I love it.
All right. Sorry, Renee. I just want to check in here.
We're at
The
100,
giveaway.
y'all. Are we?
Come on, refresh. 76. Less than 1 minute left. We're inching
getting
closer.
better.
Just need 24 more entries. Share it with your friends, family, someone you love, someone you like, someone you kind of like, someone you don't even know. Doesn't matter.
It's super easy
Maybe
to
they'll take
win. I mean, it's just like give us a like on Twitter.
Yeah, look at all these bunch of clickable ways. Some are worth more
easy.
points, like like us on or follow us on Spotify is worth 5. Subscribe to us on YouTube is 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of clickable ways. So easy.
Yeah.
So,
Even I can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're a professor, so I don't know that that's really. You probably wouldn't be struggling.
I was wondering what makes wood. If you knew what makes wood exotic, like, is it come exotic? Is that a stupid question? Does it come exotic, or is it? Because I have a few guitars you may have seen downstairs that I was always obsessed with, some like yellow exotic wood. Is that how the tree is, or is that just like a stain after the fact, or? I don't even know.
That's a good question. I think with the exotic woods, I think most of that is just the wood is more difficult to find. It's not kind of a common wood you'd find.
Right.
Just
and then
in
they'll
the
put
woods.
like the resin on it or whatever, to make it all shiny.
So I'm sure there's a finish, but I would guess that there's also some of the natural wood, because I mean that's what you really want.
Yeah.
I know I've seen people have worked with like Purple Heart. And it's literally purple. When you see the wood,
Really?
it's actually purple. So
that's the name of the wood, Purple Heart.
I think that's right.
That is
Something
so
like that,
interesting.
yeah.
Have you ever worked with like the rings on a the rings on a tree, like
That tells its age?
I know you do like the smaller things, but that would be sick to work on something with a bunch of rings on it.
Yeah. Well, I've carved a couple of spoons, and those use
cool.
like a harder wood, like cherry. I've carved cherry and pear tree wood, and so you do get a lot more of the rings there. But those are things that you need to carve usually when they're green. So shortly after they've been cut. Because once it gets dry, it's even harder. Whereas the basswood is, you actually want it dry. Most of the basswood, the ideal basswood comes from a cold environment. So I buy mine from a company in Wisconsin.
Well, I love Wisconsin.
Yeah. So you
I love their cheese.
I love their beer. They have the best beer, the Spotted Cow. Can only get there.
I do not love their football team.
Okay.
Neither does my brother Nate.
Well, as long as we get that straight.
That's right. That's right. That's important.
But anyway,
we're live.
We had to add that in there about our beer and our cheese.
That's right.
And our brother.
And our football.
And our football.
Yeah. So, but no, but they usually harvest it in the winter, so all the sap is out of it. It's kind of gone in through the winter. Then they harvest it and then they air dry it. So that's why you get the it's a little bit softer.
Okay, yeah, I bet there is different feels to different types of wood,
absolutely,
which affects your carving.
Absolutely,
that makes sense.
Yep.
I love it.
I did a segment in season 1 on Nashville, Indiana. And there was someone that does what you do, except on a much larger scale, like using like tree trunk kind of things. Like, so he'll do like a big old bear and stuff like that. So Chris Trotter, I believe, was his name. But man, just amazing. Would start out with a chainsaw. And just kind of
like sculpting and sculptures and woodworking. I don't know how you make this thing come to life. This is crazy to me.
Yeah, well, it's really, there's something, again, there's the natural product of the wood, there's the texture, there's the feel of the knife in the wood, and it's just, there's just something
used
about
to it and see what you can do with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've restarted, hate it when that happens. So I restarted the giveaway for another week since we didn't hit 100. That's my rules.
Lord
Dems
help
the
me
rules.
if we don't get it soon.
So you guys got another 6 days to win. Hopefully next week. We're literally prepared to give away one of these every single week. So just share it out to get to other members of your household to enter these different ways.
The district tab is really good.
Yeah,
they've got some really good.
Don't make us use them all for ourselves.
Seriously, they're so yummy. What did we eat the other day? We had that burger that has the stamp on it. It was so yum.
Bourbon burger, yeah.
In the wings, they have a new wing out.
It's like a dry rub Cajun. Yeah, it's really good. It's very tasty.
And they've got some great drinks and just a lot of beers on tap and all the TVs.
I want people to get up to 100 just so I can win.
You can enter.
You could absolutely enter,
I did.
and I hope you do.
My name is in there.
Nice.
Oh, come on, y'all.
Last week.
We're hoping Todd Martin wins. Take the lady out in studio guest, right, too. Our special guest over there.
Patrice.
Yes.
Patrice. Brigitte. I screwed it up. I knew that.
We don't hear it too well after all these years of music and rock and roll. Yeah. But it's so great to have you guys. Thank you so much. This has been so much fun.
Show the camera, Renee.
Been a blast.
What the?
It's her first piece. Yeah. She's got time.
What in the slinky?
You know what? Would be cool to make it like a little DNA strand or carve.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I am not prepared for that. That would be like a Lego DNA thing compared to what you would do with it. But
she had no idea you were going to put her to work.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me do this.
Absolutely.
That is so cool, and our viewers get to watch you work. And wow, it's cool to see the faces. I can't get over that. The faces of how you just chisel it down,
Yeah. Well, and if you really do want to get started, just let me know. I can hook you up with some knives and we'll get you going.
Absolutely. I might pick this up for sure as a little part-time hobby because it does relieve stress.
It does.
And it helps you focus, and it's something that you can do casually where you're having a conversation or sitting there where it doesn't consume you like your phone kind of, this is something you can do multiple things at once with it. Yeah. But not too many things. You need focus on the knife, right?
Yeah, you do want to be careful with that. So
thank you for the wine stoppers. They're on screen.
Thank you so much. I absolutely adore for them. That was
Pretty cool.
so kind of
Okay.
you.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe pop it up. Let me see if I can. There it is.
Yay, the car. Oh,
I gotta
blurry.
focus. Whoop, going the wrong way. All right, come on. All right, let me just.
Those robots.
Everything is going blurry. Hold on.
Those robot cameras are
Yeah. Well,
high
it's
quality,
only
but
as smart as its
unpredictable.
operator.
You know what I hear?
Yeah, there we go. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? There we go.
There
I'm
we go.
glad we're not on the live ABC.
Okay, let me just hit the focus button. There we go. We're getting there.
All right.
Look at that.
Look, he's like
Looks a
he's
little like
handsome.
Elvis.
He's handsome.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
look at
a
his
so cool.
ears.
self-portrait.
Yeah, that
Wow.
is.
When I had dark hair.
I seriously love it.
That's nice. That's great.
It's cool that you've been an artist too, like your whole life, and you just like came back to it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need to break some things, and then you're just like, oh, this is like my life purpose.
Have you ever thought about selling those wood chips for like the bottom of a gerbil hamster cage?
Is that a thing? I
Big
don't
money,
know.
big money.
Yeah. Some people actually use them to ship. Like if they sell their carvings, they'll use them to ship their carvings in.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Protect
interesting.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I remember that little wood chips.
Yeah. I just throw them away or throw them in the fire. That's another thing
Right.
I
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
some quick starting kindling.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
So,
I got pretty far into it now. See, I did this a little bit too much over the size, so now I'm like, which way should I do? Do you find yourself being like, what should I do next? So you just don't even think about it. You just keep chipping away.
That's a good question. I sometimes like this. I knew I wanted it to be a golfer because I had not done a golfer before and I wanted to try it. So I do sometimes kind of sit out with something, but especially with the bottle stoppers, unless it's something like the Daniel Boone character or like the guy that's skiing over there.
Yes.
Those were kind of things I was like, okay, I want to try to do that. I saw a hat, like the little ski hat there. I was like, I think I could carve that. But yeah, if I'm just at home, after I get done grading, just take a little hour or so, just try to do a face.
Wow, they're so amazing. That would be hard. That'd be hard for me though, to sell them after I made them.
Yeah.
That'd be rough for me because
Yeah, sentimental
this
as
took
you
me
are.
a long time.
Yeah, it did take a while, but again, you keep making them and then you have a new favorite.
Right.
And so that kind of helps a little bit. Plus, you gotta keep up with your wood and your tools. So, if you sell them, then you got more money to spend on toys.
Right. And you have to keep your knives
Tools.
sharpened.
I like to say tools.
Yeah.
And do you have to like sharpen your knives and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm sure, right?
Yeah, so you have to be really good at that because really you don't want a dull knife because
That would
dull
be
knives
hard.
it'd be hard and it's just more dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So
They don't slide. They don't glide.
So
On Instagram, you are Todd Martin, seen on screen there. So get on over there, give him a follow, and check out some of his other work.
Absolutely.
Some of them you'll recognize.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, look at those puppy dogs.
Cute little puppies.
You little puppies.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, I actually did. One of my friends wanted me to do some dachshunds for his daughter-in-law.
Dachshunds are cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like got the long, soft ears.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I did those, and I took them to a show. Of course, I couldn't sell them because, they were for my friend. But then so many people liked them, so I was like, well, try some more. And in fact, a couple people came by and said, hey, can you carve? I'll give you a picture of my dog, and can you carve it? I said, well, it's not gonna look realistic, but I'll do what I can. And they seem to like them, so.
Oh, that's incredible!
Yeah, so
I bet you could just carve just about anything you put your mind to.
Give it
Maybe.
another couple years,
Yeah,
you'll be making
maybe.
some,
Yeah.
at your rate, at your exponential rate.
Well,
Right?
it's
So fast.
like I said, it's a passion. I'm sure you can, kind of associate with that with your music
Right,
and things
absolutely,
like that.
yes.
You just don't want to do anything but.
You just love it.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so awesome. It's so good to do what you love and, and have fun hobbies and do stuff that is soothing to the soul.
Yeah. And it's really not an expensive hobby either. I mean,
it's
you
wood
can,
carving.
there are some knives, some really decent knives you could get for like $30, and really all you need is a knife, a carving glove, I would strongly recommend that. I've cut myself a couple of times.
Plus the splinties too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the splinters aren't so bad because it's pretty dense wood, but then a strop, and that you were talking about sharpening. It's just a piece of wood with some leather and a little bit of compound on it. It's like an abrasive wax, and then you use that to kind of sharpen your knife.
I can hear the sound now.
Yep. So it's kind of like a barber, but it's stiff. So you don't get the kind of the flex there. But yeah. Yeah.
Nobody likes a dull knife. Have you ever tried to like cut fruit with a dull knife, and you're just like, bruh.
Exactly.
Or cut anything with a dull knife, let alone wood.
So, but yeah. So as long as you keep your things, your tools sharp, and that's the key. And that's all you need really is just a knife and a glove and a strop, and you can get all that for probably $60.
Yes.
So, and then you could buy wood on Amazon. It's not, you're limited to the size, but you can get what you want. I guess size like that, you can get something like that on Amazon.
Yeah.
Get like 16 blocks for, I don't know, $10 or $15.
And just try a few different things, see what you come up with.
Yep.
Get
Absolutely.
to carving. How do you do this? Like the starting off with the lines? Do you just kind of like, you know what you're going to carve off, so you kind of do the structure of the face?
Yeah, and mostly that's actually just kind of the center line. So I just get the center line.
For symmetry.
Yep, just so whenever I do the face, right, when I carve the face in at the angle here, I get that nose point right there.
Okay. Yes.
And then the center line is the front of the ear, right? So the center line here, that's where my ear is going to be. The front of the ear is going to be. So you can kind of see here I've carved the face here, and then I'm just going to take half of that and then find the ear in there.
Yes.
Which I've done here.
Oh, look at them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
The ears on your caricatures are so cute.
Oh, thank you.
They got big old ears. It just reminds me of my papaw. I'm feeling nostalgic.
Yeah, he'd like that little golfer dude.
He would love them. All of these guys remind me of my papaw. Super awesome. He was so awesome. Just like this hilarious businessman that was just a badass. But wood carving is very hard. I commend thee for doing this, and we cannot wait to see your future work.
I'm looking forward to doing some more
photorealistic carvings.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, a lot of that stuff is in bigger pieces, and I just like being able to hold it in my hand. But yeah, I mean, there are some amazing carvers out there, though. I mean, people who do that realistic stuff, and I can't fathom that.
To me, yours is very realistic.
Oh, thank you.
But you mean like, is this like a whole different like?
Yeah, like they could actually make it look like like an act. So they could actually literally take a photograph and carve, and you would know it's that photograph.
Oh man, that is just crazy.
Yeah,
I love it though. People are so talented out in the world.
Janky Larat says great show from Facebook. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for the tune in. We really appreciate you, Todd Martin, for coming on the show and showing us what you got. And I want everyone to make sure to follow Todd Martin on Instagram, Todd Martin. That's Martin. And you've only been doing this for a few minutes on the show. And how far did we get? Oh, look. He's got the ear. And you can see the forehead, the eyes, the nose. Wow, I am blown away. And I have a cute...
And Renee, on the other hand.
I have a stick. It's a cinnamon stick.
Poor little fella.
Oh, I didn't know it was on me. I'm like, where you at? There it is. No, it's cute. Thank you so much, Todd Martin. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
You are very talented. And I hope all of our viewers loved it as much as I did. Y'all follow Todd and pick up some art, do some art and pick up some wood carving if that appeals to you. I know I'm gonna finish this and send you a picture of it.
Instead of sitting around flipping on, scrolling,
Right.
do something a little more productive with your hands and creative.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they make great gifts,
Oh yeah, right.
100%. Absolutely.
Maybe not Renee's. What's in Renee's hand, but
Maybe a scientist.
Some trash
Maybe
is
insulted.
treasure, or whatever they say. I'm gonna turn it into a
I'm
DNA
picking on her, but I
strand.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it any better.
I'm proud of my little cinnamon stick totem pole.
Of course, it takes the shape of food for you.
It has to every time. Thanks a lot, Todd. We appreciate you, and thank you, Jason, for everything you do back there.
Yeah.
Thank you, ABC, and to all of our followers and people that commented, and our sponsors.
Yeah, like the general says, you are a great Guitar Hero player as well.
Yeah.
What's the story with that, real quick?
So that's the son of one of my best friends, so I used to house sit for them and dog sit for them, and they
You really
they had,
play like that? You play Guitar Hero like that? I do.
Well, I would.
Or used
I
to.
would go over there. I didn't have Guitar Hero at home, so I would go over there and take the dog out, and then I'd play Guitar Hero till 2:00 in the morning. So
Seriously, I miss. It's so hard to find. I cannot find
Really?
it,
Huh.
like even on eBay, which apparently is still alive. But
Yeah.
I want to find it. I used to play on like expert level with my cousins.
yeah,
I
I
tried
was beginner.
I tried expert, could not. I can't even do medium anymore. I mean, you lose it.
Yeah.
If you move it, you lose it or whatever. But that's fun. We'll have to find some Guitar Hero and have a standoff sometime.
Duel.
We'll go on easy. That's fine. 'Cause
Renee
I
will get
probably fail.
retribution for the carving.
I'll be too busy carving.
Right there we go.
He's left that old life behind.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Todd. We appreciate
My
you.
pleasure.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
In the loop.
That's right.
Bye.
Live stream Thursday at 7, Saturday at midnight on ABC, and 24/7 inside Indianapolis hotels.